Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. Today we're going to find out all the specific details in your next love or romantic encounter, where it might lead, any kind of clues about them, longevity, all the deep truths that are in there. I really feel like right now everybody out there has the capacity, both mental and physical, to achieve your love goals, your work visions, your families, compatibility, all of these things, because so many people are letting go and going into this new life phase, and they're attracting their significant others in absolute droves. They're feeling good, strong, and centered, and a great deal of it is you guys are just tired of reverting back to patterns that really don't serve us. You're ready for abundance, right? You're realizing the positivity and the love and gifts that you share easily, powerfully, attract more abundance for you for sure. And you guys know for sure now that miracles happen every second. Everything is a beautiful miracle timed by the universe for you, your love matches. And you're free, absolutely free to do whatever you please, no matter how silly it may seem. If it feels right, it can't help but result in abundance and a great mindset for you. So just move forward with that. So we have three choices. We have adjacent possibilities as number one, which also is 24. We have angel of love, which is 49. And we have door to personal healing and happiness, which is all sort of in what's going on with the theme of this for you guys. So excellent. So we're going to start with number one, which is adjacent possibilities. So this is saying that right next door to either where you work, where you live, where you're going to school, this is sort of where this kind of love maneuver is going to take place. And I feel like it's going to coincide with some kind of success that you're enjoying, whether it's an academic success, a work success. But right now it's like your mind is continually being inspired by life towards a more creative and fun ways to create abundance, more love, more joy. And you're noticing the more that you see in that, the more optimal results you're getting in everything, and you're joyously just attracting more and more, because the first thing we have to do is feel our momentum to appreciation, and then more comes, right? It's really beautiful. So I just feel like the purpose of our life experience is joyful expansion. It comes from new ideas that are born within us, the expansion part that's inevitable, the joyous part about how well we keep up with this expansion of going into love. And those are all the adjacent possibilities. Feeling good, reaching out. You know, you're always on your way to somewhere. The key is to find a way to be happy wherever you are now, right? On your way to where you really want to be. Because when we speak in the state of being right now, we start to feel it. It doesn't matter where we are, and we're always shifting constantly, so we have to turn our attention to where we want to go. And the difference between making the best of something and making the worst of something, right? Oh, I'll be happy in the future, I'll be happy later. How about being happy right now? These are all the adjacent possibilities. They're not in the future, they're side by side, all that energy. So your first card is action. So this is about going out, saying yes to life, saying yes to invitations, saying, let me put my phone down for a minute and look around and see who's around me, and really, really starting to connect with the world. You also have the angel of balance, which is saying you're not going to get burnt out in any specifics in life. You're trying to take it easy. You're trying to live in a nice heart space, you know, where you feel balanced and you feel connected, and you don't feel like you're overstretching in anything. You're kind of like pulling in, and you're really being optimal in reserving your energy for things that matter. That means your focus, that means your energy for things. See, look, here's the caring connections card is coming in for you, and let's find out a little about this person, the magician. So right away I feel like this person is quite mystical that's coming in. They are going to make a caring gesture towards you. It can be someone new at work, in school, or whatever. You may drop something, you may be having a heartfelt moment, or something's going on, and they approach you with is there something I can do for you? Or you are right, and then all of a sudden, boom, pheromones, all of that stuff starts cursing, endorphins. You find, wow, this person is so attractive, and they feel the same for you. It's wonderful. And look, you have the thinking man. So I feel like this is going to be either somebody who's quite intelligent at your workplace, and or another person at your university and or school, and they're quite bright. They really like to read. They really like to know about what's going on in the world. They're very well versed in art and a lot of other things, and they take a lot of pride in being quite spiritually grounded, connected, and you know, this is a person that keeps evolving and recreating themselves too. This magician is saying, you know, they're wonderful. They like to read, explore, and discover things. They like to constantly learn new things. And they're going to pull you into this beautiful versatility and expansion of life. And don't care who you were last week. Create new habits, consistently upgrade. This person does this, and it's very conducive to really elevating in every level. Like, you're just jumping on that train. Let's do this. You know, getting involved with community and all these beautiful, bright, wonderful connections that you feel out there. Yeah, see, the High Priestess of Air talks about, you know, really getting in touch with these light spiritual vibes and connections that say, you know, our whole mission, our whole spirituality, our whole existence, everything is so, it seems so airy and light at times, right? When we just let go and we're healthily detached and we just let things come in. And these why these individuals come in, these people that are kindred spirits, they help us, these connections that are made. And I honestly believe that nobody is in their highest, best form than somebody who is in love. There's something with the endorphins and the elevated mood and all of that that makes them be loving, caring, and sharing to the rest of the world as well. So why wouldn't the universe want that, you know, for everybody to be elevated and feel good? I also feel like an excellent opportunity is going to be offered to you, scholarships, work, elevations, all of these things, because oftentimes they come in tandem, these successes. Again, let me pull out a card that can pertain to any other details. I have so much stuff right over here. Oh, wow. So it was Pentacle after Pentacle. So you have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like that this person may very well be an earth sign. And they're someone who's very grounded. They're very solid. They're very matter of fact. But again, quite brilliant, and just not in the way that they're just spewing facts and like, look at me and da-da-da-da-da and aren't I scholarly Scott. It's an authentic, non-prideful way of just accumulating information where, you know, if all of a sudden you needed a specialized knot tied, they know how to tie special knots. Somebody where it's like you're looking for the perfect word, it comes out of their vocabulary. It's something where they just absorb a lot of information because they find the world and everything fascinating. And that passion with them drives a passion to you too. And that I like this because this is about them when they're grounded. They have a beautiful focused energy on you. They're very warm. I feel like they're very touchy, huggy, like to hold hands and be close to you. All of that, very, very affectionate. And I'm really liking that because I feel like, you know, you're ready, you've settled in, and this is going to be in about a month that some of these connections are being made with these aces. You see the Ace of Cups is absolute gift from spirits, coming down, very passionate, good emotional connection, one of those things where there isn't jealousy, insecurity, or any of that, because they're very grounded and earthy and they don't give you any reason to second guess the relationship or where it's headed. And that's really nice, and it's a good change for you too, because there's no drama in this person. They're absolutely drama free. You know, they're connected to the earth, they're connected to spirit and further education. So it's a very ideal match for you. So you feel very wonderful and cherished in this relationship. So beautiful energy, group one. I love that. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read or you want to go to my Etsy store, everything is down there. Yeah, see, this adjacent doors is very neat. It's kind of like that love that's right under your nose, but you got to pick your head up and have a quick gander around and then boom. But this is like the effortless, right where they come right in. So beautiful. So now we're on to two, the Angel of Love. So this is already, I'm feeling, is a absolute, yeah. Let me pull two of these to see what's going on. Again, yeah, I feel that this person that's coming in, it is an absolute perfect match in terms of temperament, in terms of where you're going in life, compatibility, similar things. I feel like a lot of you guys that chose this, you're kind of hopeless romantics. You're very soft. You're a very expansive thinker. You're very inclusive with other people. You don't segregate, or you don't have any kind of, you just don't have prejudicials, or you just don't have that in your philosophy, and nor do they. And they're very grounded and lovely, and these love messages are going to come in quite soon. I'm feeling this again. This is probably in under 2 months. It is the proverbial like Cupid's arrow that hits both of you again, where all of a sudden, as soon as you hit, it's just like that. Oh, I feel this person's energy, and it is a beautiful match. I feel like this is a water sign, not just because of the Queen of Cups, just something in this, the way it permeates, very deep thinking. They're very sentimental, as are you. I believe you're very sentimental. You love like handwritten letters. You love little tender sentimentalities, as do they, like a bouquet of flowers. Something that is simple and elegant. You know, you're not into a whole bunch of bougie crap. You're like, no, I'm good. I don't need those, you know, overly expensive gestures when I would just love like a bouquet of wildflowers and a nice meal together. And they're like that, the fundamental kind of simplicity and like old romance. But you also, I feel like, are going to be properly courted, and you really like that, because I feel like you are a bit old school like that, where it's like, yeah, you know, you like them to initiate a conversation and to be able to hold their own and be able to, you know, instigate a little bit of humor in it. And I feel like they're very witty, but also very solid and dependable. So you're not always guessing, you know, when they say they're going to do something, they absolutely do this. And yeah, I like this. I feel like they're kind of like a pillar in their community, whether at school, work, or whatever. They're very strong. They have a lot of leadership capacities, but yet they're not egomaniacal about it. They just are natural leaders. A lot of people are. They just fall into that play. They can sort of circumnavigate difficulties with ease, very clear thinking, because they're focused. They have focus, intention, and they have drive. And you really like and respect that. And I feel like it clears the way for any misconceptions. Nothing gets lost in translation. They are very clear communicators. They let you know what their wants and needs are and where they hope this is going, and they establish very firm foundations from the beginning, which you really love and trust. And you're sort of situated as the Queen of Cups, where they see you as this individual that's elevated to be, cherished and loved and adored, and one of those things are on equal footing, and no single person is smarter than, less than, or anything, because they're a very expansive spiritual person when they know that connections are meant on an energetic level, where if you love and care for somebody, you just treat them well, you respect them, you respect their time, you ask them how they are, you show these little gestures of affection and appreciation, and just being together sometimes in the same room is enough as well. You don't always have to be chit-chatting. The fact that they're there, you feel their energy and you feel connected to them. And also I feel like this person with this is very highly compatible with all your friends and family. It's like a gift. They're so passionate for life and what they're doing, that they kind of create this emotional contagion in you, where you're going to pick up certain creative things that you have shelved for a while, but they're going to reinitiate this fire in your belly for this, like, oh wow, I can't believe, like a half painted painting, some project you began that you just kind of lost steam at and focus, but now you have someone to share this with, and their enthusiasm really stokes that fire, so you reinitiate these great talents that you have, and they help you hone it, because I feel like they are a jack of all trades. Like, they really like anything creative. They're wonderful with that, and they're going to help you in these endeavors, so definitely do that. And they also have a fantastic artistic eye as well. I mean, there are people, they notice makeup, they notice colors, they notice textures, they notice clothes and how things are pulled together. This is the type of person that notices a new hair trim. I mean, they have a fine eye for detail, after Cupid comes and zaps both of you. So beautiful energy group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read or anything, there's tons of stuff. My Etsy store, my Patreon channel, everything. So go check some stuff out down there. And thank you for tuning in. So next we're into door to personal healing and happiness. I feel like if you chose this rings a bell, because you're ready for a fresh page, you're ready to be inspired, you're ready for love, you're ready for adventure. Sometimes, we just kind of run the gauntlet of getting up, getting ready, pushing into a new season, and we sometimes just put on these blinders to the attractive, beautiful, fun, great things in the world, right? The vibrant, silly things that we should look forward to. Like today, I said I'm just going to carve out a half hour to just stop at Home Goods and look at funny Halloween things, where I get some of my kids' favorite snack treats. Like Indy likes these healthy kind of things, and the stuff is really great there. And I just got to hold a bunch of crystals and fun things in there, and I had a good time. But I said, yeah, don't just work all day continually, then go get Hagen, get him food, get home and start working again. Have a little moment where you get to look at silly things and laugh. And I had this moment where like I cracked myself up, because I went to I got called to register 5, and I automatically got super pissed off, because the man was father time. He was legit 250 years old, and I was like, oh my god, this guy isn't gonna be able to bag my stuff. I'm gonna be here for 50 years. And I started to get mad and worked over my head, and I said, oh my gosh, what the hell is the matter with you? I was like, look how cute this old man is. I'm like, he might have a stroke while he's bagging your stuff. So then right away I just moved a muscle and changed a thought, and I said, how about you help him every way you can and have a nice interaction with him. And I was bagging the things and we were laughing about, I said, he was talking, I said, what happens when the credit card thing declines? Does that ever happen to you? He goes, yeah, and it doesn't make a normal sound. It makes a sound like a duck, like the Affleck duck. I go, oh, the rejector your card duck quack? And he's like, yeah, like that Affleck. I was like cracking up over it, and I bagged all this stuff, and we were laughing, and he just had this look of gratitude on his face, and he actually touched my hand, and he goes, it's been a pleasure waiting on you, and I thought it was so sweet and touching. And then I'm like, I am Satan. I am absolute Satan. I was like ready to strangle this man just because he was old. And then I was like, it's so sweet. But that's what I mean. We make these joyful moments, and it's very important, and we do get personal healing when we decide to turn what we think is going to be tough on us. Like, how poor me, what would I have to wait an extra minute or two where this man had gainful employment? It's one of those things that we're impatient as a society, but when we decide to have healing and happiness in our life, we change that outcome by being a decent, loving, kind person, right? And it's very important. It's one of those things where we're switched on, right? We're always evolving. We're always recreating ourselves. We're reading, exploring, discovering. We should never be the person we were last week. We have to create new habits and consistently upgrade on all levels. That's how we elevate in our life. That's how we learn new things. We are always going to be students, right? It's very important. Same thing in love. We never decide something. So let's see what's going on with your person. You have King of Pentacles. Wow, an Ace of Swords. So I'm feeling like this particular person is an air sign right off the bat, very strongly. Very concise thinking, very smart. They come right to approach you. They're right, no nonsense, to the point. They have that King of Pentacles mentality, which is I feel like they've already established some wealth. They have a strong direction. They probably have a lot of leadership capacities. They're not bullying or pushy or anything, but they are decisive as hell. And when they see you, and you love that commanding attitude, it's very matter of fact. And when they approach you, just be like, oh, I have my eye on you. Would you like to go get dinner? Would you like to go get a coffee? And I also feel like there's probably some devastating good looks involved in this scenario as well, where they're quite good looking, but just a lot of it doesn't necessarily, you don't even notice their physical looks at first. It is their commanding presence. As some people walk in a room, they carry an energy with them. It can be very commanding. People's eyes gravitate towards them. It is their physique, their standing, the way they move, the energy they exude from them, right? It can be anything in their auric field too, and all of a sudden you just stand up and take notice. 100% this person. Now, another thing with their energy too is like they are a wonderful no-nonsense business person, but I definitely, oh my gosh, this is funny. I definitely feel that when it comes to love relationships and romance, they're a hopeless romantic. They really like to treat their significant other very well. They like to wine and dine them, romance them. They're very kind of like at the gorgeous old thing where they're trying to woo you, and they're very eloquent about it, and some things are very lavish, they're very sweet, but it is like really, really old school, and it's lovely, and you appreciate that, because I feel like there's a boldness and a beauty in this, and it's just one of those things, like when you meet them and the way they speak to you, that you automatically assume that you are as attracted to them, which you are. And it's so funny because the whole thing is almost like you don't have a moment to even pause or think. You're just all in. You're like, this is wonderful, because a lot of things take place with the exchange of immediate energies. It's every single chakra. It's everything. It's your third eye, it's your heart, it's your root chakra, and everything is generating this information before you even speak. And their very commanding presence almost causes a pause for you to be able to evaluate all this energy. That exchange in your body feels very calm, yet really alive and very responsive to this person. There's always endorphins and pheromones and a ton of things that get exchanged when you're very attracted to somebody, and it's just like Shazam, there you go. Yeah, look at this. And you just feel very content, happy, and full of life, full of vigor. They are someone who, they know a lot. They're very cultured. They probably been to a lot of different countries, had a lot of different life experiences on many levels. I feel like they're really into music and concerts, and that's a big important part of their life. They're very into charity. They're very aware of carbon footprints, all of those things. They're environmentalists and very spiritual, and you are absolutely super attracted to that because they know what they stand up for, and they really they go out and they get it. It's really great. Talk about somebody who wants to always expand their mind, expand their consciousness, and generate goodwill around them too. You know, one of those things where you come in and it's like all of a sudden the frequency and the vibration of the room goes up because of them. And I feel like, let's get a thing in terms of time as well. I don't know where all my cards are these days. So 3. So we're thinking this is 3 months. And I always have a little idea every once in a while when I pull a card. Sometimes it'll say 3 months and under. Sometimes it'll say 3 months. But when I feel like the shift and everything is moving really well, I feel like this is going to move quickly. So there's a possibility of under in this time shift. It's because every single day, everybody makes hundreds and hundreds of decisions, whether they're going to have lunch here, whether they're going to do this and that. And I feel like if you're really listening to your intuition and you're really kind of watching synchronicities and listening for all these little things, these 1111s, these 555s, watching license plates, all of these things, it's like all of a sudden it's almost like a roadmap to follow, that the time gets sped up because there's a lot of synergies that sometimes are guiding two kindred spirits together, and there's work and you know, all kinds of energy behind it. So when we're paying attention, we're tuned in and we're on a high frequency, we arrive there faster. And I feel like you're ready. I mean, you're at a phase where you're like, you love to spend the holidays with somebody, you love buying gifts for people, you like making a celebration of that. And you know, I feel like this person has super high compatibility with most people they get on with. They're an alpha, but they get on with every single type of person because they're not judgmental or critical of other people, where they've been, what they're doing, what they've achieved. They like experiencing people for people, and you really love that about them. That's one of the biggest attractors. You can tell by their gentle, soft eyes that this is somebody that is curious and wonderful. You know, I feel like they already have for the males like a Robert Downey kind of puppy dog kind of eyes, those big brown eyes where they're like, they see the world through a very kind of beautiful, hopeful lens, and it's very contagious, and it makes you feel good, and it makes you feel insightful, and you have a variation of ideas when you're around them, because they feed that anticipation that great things are coming. So you get super stoked for stuff. You're inspired around them. You feel like you want to learn on all levels, and they are absolutely so romantic that you know, they are that person that they just do say the right things, and they make you feel cherished. And that's important too, because you know, every once in a while this world can be very vacuous, it can be very dismissive, it can be too fast paced, and God knows why, because you can't savor and feel things deeply and beautifully unless you slow down and use your 5 senses, right? This person knows this. They are, you know, they understand that all of that. They are the pièce de résistance, you know. They're like, this is going, when they go big, it's go big or go home. They don't like a bunch of tchotchkes, garbage and stuff. They love quality and everything. They're very refined, they're peaceful, and it's just like this really healing vibration to be next to them. And you deserve that. You're at a stage of your life where you're sensitive to that. I feel like a lot of you are empaths, so you're sensitive to other people's energy. Like it's either like a heavy oppressive thing, or it's light, bright, and it kind of galvanizes and motivates you, and that's what you were looking for, and that's what you brought into your world and manifested, and you're very deserving of that. Beautiful, group 3. I love that. Yeah, look at that. The door to personal healing and happiness. It's open now. So all you have to do is walk through. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. My name is Melanie. Thank you for watching my channel. And I have a little gray arrow at the bottom of this that brings you to all the links for all the information for private reads, my Patreon. Come see me over on Instagram. It's Sparkris11. I do daily posts and memes and contests. It is a great, great kindred tribe over there. We have hilarious discussions, and it's wonderful over there. So come see us over there too. I really appreciate everything. I am going to upload